Sports. And do we have a present for you today? I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Just a single game at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Knicks.
And when these two teams meet, it doesn't matter what the standings look like. They are out for blood in this one.
Yeah, you love it when you have these kind of games. Two teams evenly matched and going at it. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And it's good. 2 points. Well, you can expect the threes to fly tonight, Brent. Both of these teams are full of sharpshooters.
Well, which team gets hot first, Kevin, I think is going to be most important. Shooting is rhythm. How do you establish that rhythm? You've got to move the ball, move yourself. And maybe the team that gets hot first is going to be the one that ultimately comes out on top. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Down low. Here's Adebayo. Another shot. Eason grabs the board.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. Brunson surveying the D. And stolen by Williams. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. No good on the three. And stolen by Williams. And Suggs throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Back to Brunson. Pass to Hart. Adebayo the screen. Lock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. Anunoby, no good.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one. And you have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Suggs. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
Now, here is Robinson. Here's Hart. They kick out to Anunoby. From the arc. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson, one of those guys who you could be blocking out, but it's just not enough with that length.
Nobody near Williams. No good with the triple. Knicks trail by 3. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. And you have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Here's Suggs, following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Outside Collins. Pass to Castle. Over Hart. And Adebayo sends it back. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Here's Williams. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. .143 left here in the first quarter. Inside. Got a piece of it. Suggs with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Suggs.
Raw speed helps Suggs out there, keeping him ahead of the defense on the fast break.
Brunson outside. Adebayo the screen. To the middle. And Adebayo throws it down.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
And 101 left in the first quarter. And stolen by Adebayo. Brunson with it. Picked up by Suggs. Here's Adebayo.
How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
Suggs looking around. The kick out to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Now here's Brunson. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Pass to Castle. That's tipped. Misses the layup. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Magic out in front, up by 1. And we'll be back right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Hart, wide open. He fires. Rebound by the Magic. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Black. Here is the open three to cap the break. Black's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Magic. Hart. And it goes down 2 points.
Gritty play by a gritty player, Josh Hart. Hard to deny it.
Here's Black. And again, it's Orlando with a three.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
They get a hand on it. Caruso with the steal. And now Randall pushing it up and no one back to stop him.
You can see Randall just seeing some open court in front of him, accelerating and making something happen in transition.
You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious.
And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And the basket by Castle. Castle's got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Here's Kolek. Hasn't made one yet. Floats it up for Randall. It's stolen. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Playing with some force on the interior. You gotta love Carter Jr. playing with that level of physicality.
And stolen by Caruso. To the left wing. It's up a three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Caruso's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
27-22.
Here's Black. 6 points for him. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Back to Caruso. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Look for signs of Randall trying to continue to improve as a passer.
Oh,
yes, sir.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. To the right side. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking for the three-point shot for some extra offense.
The overall game of Julius Randle is impressive. He's gritty. He is in there giving it, Brent, his everything.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about that year where he averaged 24, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. I mean, the only other guys that did that were Will Chamberlain, Mr. Robertson, Larry Bird, Russell Westbrook, Jokic, Giannis. All of those guys won MVPs. That's a heck of a list.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, they'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. A nice shot by Black.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Hachimura, no good. Orlando leading by 4. Pass to Black. .127 left to play here in the half. It's good. Black's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Oladipo playing a couple years at point guard in Orlando when he started his career, showing off his passing ability there.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And stolen by Wiggins. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Lobbed up there for Hachimura. The steal. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
So ferocious on the drive. Kuminga just sprinting to his spot.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Howard. The Knicks pull it in. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen by Carter. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. For Orlando, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Orlando leading by 4. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. They get it again, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. 19 seconds left from the first half of basketball. Brunson outside. Uncovered. Walker with the rebound.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And so it's Orlando heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll return shortly. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Brunson. Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Here
Too much at that. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. One-on-one here. Williams for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
So quick in that open floor, Jalen Williams.
Pass to McBride. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here's Capella. Back to Brunson. McBride with the ball. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And Williams slams it in.
Explosive move from J-Dub. Great athlete. Brunson outside.
puts up a deep three. The offensive rebound. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go.
Timeout.
Offline with his three. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Here comes your media service, everyone. Get live for it.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And here is Suggs. 9 points in the game so far.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Back to Hart. Stolen by Collins. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And the dunk by Eason.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Shooting while in rhythm, Brunson now becoming troublesome.
Now Suggs. He's got 11. Pass to Eason. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Eason's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Just 5 to shoot. Anunoby. And he goes big with the dunk right on top of John Collins.
Wow, for having that frame, OG Anunoby can get up.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. And let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Well, Randall finding out some creative ways how to score on the inside, becoming smarter and more adept at doing so.
At the top of the key, Williams. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution.
1:56 left in the third. Here's Black, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Black's got 13.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Oladipo misses. Knicks trailed by 14. Randall with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. Randall with the bucket.
Such a key for Julius to continue to stay assertive on the offensive end.
Lets the three fly. Pass to Black. A second chance effort. That one drops for him.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
.58 seconds left to play here in the third. Launches a three. Carter pulls it in.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Pass to Black. Oladipo outside for three. Offensive rebound. Fires for three. Back to Black. Goes up again. 4 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Randall. The Knicks shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting. Just about 73%.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
Well, if you're a basketball player, through your entire basketball life, you're going to hear coaches harp on you about free throws. It seems like Brunson has heard those messages loud and clear.
McBride with the ball. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Now here is Hachimura. Got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Orlando riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here are the Magic now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Here's Black. Orlando gets it back. Tries again. Outside, Kuminga. Second chance shot. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Outstanding find from J.K. Kuminga's all-around game continues to evolve.
And a wide open look for Hachimura. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Here's Black. The kick out to Walker. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Back to Kuminga. And stolen by Caruso. Pass to Wiggins. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's McBride. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Robinson. And Robinson throws it down home.
Well, sometimes big men who set screens need rewards, and Robinson got one that time.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Black, no good. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Magic?
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
To the inside. Williams with the steal. And here's the fast break. Suggs leading the way. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Knicks trailed by 11. Snatched away. High arcing shot. Caruso grabs the miss.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And the Knicks making a change here.
New York Knicks. Number 40. Clint Capella.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
And the dunk by Capella.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit, have about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's McBride. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Right wing. Pass to Collins. The three. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's Hachimura. Now Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Castle. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Screen by Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
I'd draw that one up again. Throw it up, Capella jump, you slam it through. That's an easy two.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So New York going with almost an entire new group. And that one's good. Suns.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Williams with the steal.